Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So here I am today going to build your makeup kit, and I would call it as like the beginner's makeup kit as well. So if you are someone who wants to have like a complete kit, then do watch the video till the end, because by the end of the video you'll know a few things about yourself, as well as you will have some stunning makeup products in front of you. So you just have to click onto the link, buy the product, because they are 10 on 10, fully approved by me. I have used these products thorough. These products are going to work on all skin types. They are going to work in all weather, and you will have a lot of shades to choose from. That is very important. So yes, all of these products are from Drugstore and easily available on Nykaa and on their brand website. And yes, without making this intro any longer, let's get started. Now before we start building the makeup kit, this is how I have kept everything. Everything in a makeup kit is right in this bag. So you can buy a box, you can buy a bag, whatever feels convenient. This is a huge bag which accommodates everything from makeup to tools, and even my skincare can come into this bag, and it is easy to travel with. So yes, you can invest in something like this. I don't like those boxes because उसमें सब कुछ नहीं आता, and it gets very messy, very dirty, and not easy to carry with. So accordingly, pick out the place where you're going to store all of this makeup. Now I really wanted to show you the first thing, but why not touch up on the tools? Now when you are going to start makeup, do not just go ahead and buy those brush sets. You do not need them, because initially when I used to do that, but over the years I realized a lot of brushes I end up not using. So first you get a hang of makeup as well as the tools. Now for the face, you need to have at least 3 brushes, initially 3 brushes. So 3 brushes I'm going to show you today are something which are multifunctional. You can use it for full face. Now first up is something for your foundation. So this is the Mars F02 brush. I've done a complete dedicated review on this brush. So you can buy this brush because it is inexpensive, अच्छा है, कबूकी ब्रश है, आपका कोई भी फाउंडेशन ये इजीली ब्लेंड कर देगा, और ये पॉकेट फ्रेंडली है. Now एक चीज़ आपको ध्यान रखनी है, whichever brush you pick up, it has to be affordable because you're just starting and you want to have another one of this. So you should always have 2 foundation brushes. So initially just get one, get used to it. If you really like it, go ahead and buy another one, or you try a different brand, but always keep one thing in mind, the price point. So yes, this is affordable, बहुत अच्छा काम करता है. You can buy it for your foundation application. The other 2 brushes are, the second is verified #01 brush. This is a beautiful brush wherein you can use this brush for your powder application, your bronzer application, and you can even do your blush if you have a small face. So this brush can actually do 3 jobs. So have something like this. And you can get verified brushes also as solo brushes. The next brush is something from M.A.C. This is a very inexpensive brush. I think I paid only 190 rupees for this, or even lesser than that. And again, this is a brush which can help to put like a blush, bronzer, and you are done. You can even do your powder. So yes, have only 3 brushes which can do like all the things for you. Now let's jump on to some eye brushes. Now for eyes, you need to be very thoughtful why you need a brush like this. Now there are a lot of sets in the market. I would again tell you, go and buy singles and then you decide. So first up, I'm going to show you 2 brushes which I feel you should always have, is like 2 blending brushes. So now you see both the brushes look very different from each other. One is a little more bigger brush and a little angular brush, and one is more of a buffing brush. So इस brush से क्या होता है, I can go into my inner corner, I can do my whole eye with it. Other thing which I can do with this brush, I can do my highlighter as well. This brush के साथ I can do a complete blending, and I can do my outer corner. So yes, you need to have a brush like this which can do like a lot, and you can do your eye look. Next up, you should have a brush which is a little small buffing brush, a little smaller than these two, and this is a little more angular if you see. So what happens, this brush can do your outer corners and even it can do your lower lash line. So yes, you need to have at least 3 different format of blending and buffing brushes. And another 2 brushes which you can add up to your eye makeup is, first is a flat brush. So this is a complete flat brush. If you see, it's a flat brush. So what basically it does, it allows you to put your foils, it allows to put your shimmers. If you have hooded eyes, it allows to basically put a proper shimmer onto your eyes, and then you can just blend in with your other brushes. So always have a flat brush. Now the other brush and the last brush technically is something which is the least important brush in the whole brush family, I feel. But for me, vaguely it has worked in a different manner, is a eyeliner brush. Now बहुत ही मतलब ये बहुत ही नेग्लिजिबल ब्रश हो सकता है, बट इससे आप बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ कर सकते हो. एक तो आईलाइनर लगा ही सकते हो इससे, दूसरा आप इससे अपने इनर कॉर्नर्स कर सकते हो और ब्राउ बोन प्रिसाइजली कर सकते हो. एंड अगर आप बहुत ही प्रिसाइज शिमर लगाना चाहते हो तो भी ये ब्रश बहुत काम आता है. सो येस, इन्वेस्ट इनटू लाइक दीज ब्रशेस एज वेल अगर आपका बजट है तो, नहीं तो आप अपने फिंगर्स भी यूज कर सकते हो एंड यू कैन डू योर फुल आई. बट येस, धीरे धीरे डेफिनेटली इंक्लूड दीज ब्रशेस एज वेल. So if you have a budget constraint and you do not want to buy brushes immediately, then you should have at least these 2 tools to work out with the makeup. So the first one is the blender. So buy it from any brand. I believe like trusted links in the description, which I have tried, the inexpensive ones. This is also one of the inexpensive ones I have used. So yes, buy something like this. Whenever you're buying a blender, buy at least 2. It is very important to have 2 because you cannot be putting this one every day onto your skin. You need to clean up, you need to let it dry. So yes, buy 2 at least. And the next thing is something I feel is optional, but I feel it is very important. This is the Pizza Puff by PAC. You can buy from any other brand. Now this is something which I have used the most. I keep using it and keep washing it, keep using it. Something which मतलब will never worn off. I feel अभी तक ऐसा ही. I've been using it past 1.5 years and it is still the same. So it is very perfect product to put your powder in place. आपका blush भी लगा देता है. Any powder product you can work out very beautifully with it. क्रीम प्रोडक्ट्स भी यूज़ कर सकते हो अगर आप थोड़ा एक्सपर्ट हो मेकअप में. अदरवाइज पाउडर प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा है. सो येस, ब्रशेस नहीं लेने हैं शुरुआत में. अगर आपको लग रहा है ज़्यादा एक्सपेंस है, डेफिनेटली ग्रैब दिस वन एंड द ब्लेंडर. So after knowing all about the tools, let's jump on to the kit. Now before laying down any sort of makeup onto your skin, you need a good skincare. Now I'm not going to talk about the at-length skincare. Your skincare must be of 8 steps. Mine must be of 5 steps. Somebody do a 15-step skincare routine. I'm not going to touch up on the routine, though I'm going to touch up on the 2 steps which are very important. First up is sunscreen. So invest in a good sunscreen. Put a sunscreen which you feel is going to work out with your makeup products. It's very, very, very important. If you are not putting makeup, put anything you like. But when you are trying to do a full face of makeup, or you are planning to go out and you have to wear a makeup, then put the right sunscreen. Now I have tried a lot of sunscreen in the past and lately I've been enjoying this one, and this I have tried with every single makeup product of mine, specifically the base products. So this is the Nykaa Skin RX sunscreen, the 50 PA+++. This is oil free and a combination to oily skin. Now this is something which every one of you will enjoy. It is non-creasy, non-oily, and it really keeps your makeup in place. So I've worn it for today's look as well, and you can see my skin is glowing and it's not tacky, not oily, and non-creasy, and it did not even budge my makeup or move my makeup. So yes, invest in a good sunscreen. So sunscreen definitely अपने makeup kit में include करना भूलना मत. Next is a moisturizer. Now I've tried a lot of moisturizer and I like a lot of my moisturizer, doing really well with a lot of my makeup products. But this one in specific, I would say, will work as a very good base also, is the Neutrogena Bright Boost Gel Cream. I always have this product, always. Now this again, I have used jars and jars of it. It is a beautiful moisturizer made for all skin types, and it has a nice brightness to it. So it really hydrates your skin and give you that nice glow. So if you have not done anything into your skincare routine and you want to stick by minimal steps, include these two products, you are sorted. So in this makeup kit, you will not be repeating a product. Like, you are not going to have like 5 different powder blushes. You're not going to have like 5 different highlighters in this kit. You're just going to have one of each. So quickly jumping on to the primer. So I had to pick out 2 primers. There are reasons. First up, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Plus Poreless Normal to Oily Primer. It is a creamy primer. And the other primer which I picked up is the Faces Canada All-Time Pro Perfecting Primer Pore Minimizing. Now this primer is creamy in texture, it is hydrating in nature, it is pore filling, but it is not, I don't feel it gives like a blur effect onto the skin. It is made for people who have no pores, like a very minimal pores, and who want to have like a creamy base going on. If you are someone who has like huge pores, want to have that mattifying effect onto the skin which fills into your pores, then you need to get this primer. So both the primers work differently. So in winters and summer, this primer works absolutely wonderful. In winters, this primer can get a little drying, so you have to really hydrate your skin well. Both the primers are going to give you like a nice base to work on, and it allows your foundation to really stick well onto the skin. So yes, both of these primers are made for all skin type. So a lot of you must be suffering from hyperpigmentation, dark circles, and you need to have a corrector with you. So corrector is something which needs practice. आप करेक्टर ऐसे लगा के स्ट्रेट अवे फाउंडेशन लगाओगे तो बहुत अलग अलग दिखेगा. तो फर्स्ट यू लर्न द टेक्निक एंड देन यू इन्वेस्ट इन अ करेक्टर. नाउ इफ यू रियली हैव टू बाय अ करेक्टर instantly for practicing purpose as well as something really works, then this is the one you should grab, is the Nykaa Instablur sticks. This I have used like I don't know how many, but this is something which is a staple product. बहुत creamy है, बहुत buttery है, easily blend हो जाता है और आपका correction भी हो जाता है. So earlier I used to use the orange corrector also, but since my pigmentation went away, I just stick by the peach one. So peach one क्या करता है, अगर आपको mild correction करना है तो peach ले लो. So हल्का सा अगर आपको tired आँखें लग रही हैं, नीचे आँखों के लगा लो, finger से थोड़ा blend कर लो, माउथ एरिया के पास अगर थोड़ा हेयर वेयर है तो वहाँ लगा के, and then you are sorted. So yes, this corrector is going to do a nice and easy job. So yes, if you want to have a corrector also, then you can get this. Next up we have concealer. So concealer is something, again, you need to understand why you are buying a concealer: to conceal, to correct, or to brighten up. So if you are someone who is like me, who wants to just conceal and correct, then buy a shade of your skin tone, or even you can go a shade darker in your concealer, because you are going to put your foundation on top of that concealer. Now if you're someone who wants to buy a concealer for brightening purposes, which you're going to put after the foundation, then you can buy a shade lighter than your foundation. Do not buy too light of a concealer than your foundation, or else it looks very different. Your this portion looks different than your this portion. So you need to understand the shades, how you're going to buy it. So yes, concealer is for different purposes, so accordingly buy. This is by K Beauty, is a beautiful product. बहुत creamy है, बहुत अच्छे से blend हो जाता है और काफ़ी अच्छे से concealing करता है. This is one of my most loved and the favorite concealers, which does the job beautifully. So if you are someone who's looking for a very full coverage concealer, you may not find it with this one. For that, you can definitely grab the PAC concealer. The PAC take something is there. There is a PAC concealer which you can buy. It is like a full coverage concealer, but this is a concealer which will give you medium coverage. So yes, a beautiful concealer which you can add into your makeup kit by K Beauty. Foundation. Yes, I know everyone wants to know which is that one foundation I'm going to show you. See, now before I was picking a foundation, I put in a lot of things before picking up this one. First up, you should get a shade for yourself. So there should be like more number of shades, and the shade should complement an Indian skin. Secondly, the foundation has to be somewhere in between. It cannot be a complete matte foundation. It cannot be a super dewy foundation. So yes, these are few things which I kept in mind, and most importantly, affordability. So since you're buying the foundation for the first time, I really want you to like the foundation, love the foundation. so that you enjoy your makeup journey. So the foundation I picked up for today's makeup kit is the Nykaa All Day Matte Foundation. Yes, this is a beautiful foundation. It is an all-day matte foundation, but I'll tell you, for my surprise, it is not that super drying foundation which does not even blend and does not even allow to work with the product. This is a creamy foundation which is going to blend seamlessly into the skin, give you a matte finish, but it is not drying onto the skin. It stays all day. And you can wear this foundation in winters and summers. If you're on oily skin, you're just gonna love it. Dry skin is also gonna love it. So yes, a foundation which is made for every one of you, and you will get a shade for yourself. So yes, this is something which you should grab if you are making a kit for yourself. I'm in the shade Nutmeg 09 and this foundation is just for $5.99 and you have a beautiful pump. So yes, most used foundation by me, easy to use, easy to travel with, and yes, one foundation is enough. So liquid foundation is not something which you're going to use every single time you do your makeup. There will be days जब आपको एक हल्का सा makeup चाहिए, हल्का सा blush चाहिए, and you want to have a light coverage. So yes, for that light coverage, minimalist application, no makeup look, a powder foundation definitely plays an important role, and you must invest in one. The one I have is for you is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. I'm in the shade Golden Beige. In L'Oreal family, you will always find two shades for yourself. Now talking about this one is going to give you a nice perfected base. It's not a full coverage powder foundation. The coverage which you get from a foundation is different than a powder foundation. So kabhi you want to have a no makeup look, or even for that matter you want to have a look like this with a light coverage, a light base, go in with a powder like this. It does a beautiful job. It works in all weather, winter, summers, and yes, this is a powder which you can even further use it for setting up your face. So it is an all-in-one powder, but most importantly, this is a powder foundation, so you will have a nice base. So invest in one. Apart from a liquid foundation, you will always need this, and I'll tell you, you will be using this more than your liquid foundation. Since I just talked about powder foundation, I thought why not quickly touch up on the setting powder. So always have a setting powder in your vanity. Setting spray is a different thing, setting powder is a different thing. So I will just give you a live demo. Now you can see my skin. I've been wearing this makeup more than 3 to 4 hours now, and you can clearly see there is kind of a sebum secretion onto my face. So what I'm going to do is pick up my setting powder. Now the setting powder which is the best so far I feel, and it is a good setting powder which is not going to add up a lot of coverage onto your skin, is this K-Beauty Matte Compact. Yes, you need to have a setting powder which does not add a lot of color onto your skin, which adds a very little color but basically do a setting job. So this is in the shade 140p medium. This is my shade, and I'll tell you, this is my second. So I absolutely love this because it's the super finest powder, and I'm just going to quickly show you. So I'm just going to scroll my brush and I'm just going to do it right in front of you. So here you can see a lot of oil is there, so I'm just going to tap. So it's not, you can see how gently it has just brushed off my skin compared to this side of my skin. So it does not dry out my skin. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do my other side of the face. And you saw it does not even take my makeup away, like the blush and the highlight. Everything is in place. It's just that I could quickly fix my face. So that is why you need a setting powder as well. Next thing which should be added into your makeup kit is a good bronzer. So the one I have is the Forever 52, Daily Forever 52 Flawless Fusion Bronzer. Recently I did, not recently, quite some time back, I did a complete review. Also, get this bronzer. This bronzer is beautiful. Now this bronzer is available in 4 to 5 different shades, so you have options. I'm in the shade 05. You will have another 3 shades to choose from. So yes, you have more shades to choose from. You can pick 2 also if you want, if you are interested into contouring and all. Now here comes the contouring part. So if you are someone who likes to do contouring, wait a while. You do not need a contouring product as of now. But if you think you can do it, buy a shade darker than this. You cannot buy a shade lighter than your bronzer shade, and that should have a little gray undertone going on. That's your contour shade. I will not be showing a contour shade here. I'm going to talk quickly on it. Just buy a shade darker, 2-3 shades darker than your bronzer. Do your contouring, blend it nicely, then go in with your bronzer. You are done. So this is the bronzer I'm going to suggest you to adapt into your makeup kit. It is smooth, velvety hair, matte hair, stays perfectly onto the skin, give you a sun-kissed look. And for starters, it is a beautiful product to work with. It is easy to blend. You can build it up and it does not look harsh onto the skin. So yes, a beautiful bronzer which can definitely be added to your makeup kit. Now let's jump on to blushes. Now blushes is something where I got a little confused. What should I show you? But I thought, since there are so many different categories of blushes now, you have like a creme blush, you have a paint style blush, you have like a stick blush, you have powder blush. So I thought, why not talk about 3 different formulas and you can pick up accordingly. Now all the 3 formulas do not buy together. First up, something which you can straight away and go ahead and buy is a powder blush. So for powder blush, I feel this is like a perfect option, and blushes will never be enough. You would like to have more shades. This is the brand to go for, and the formula is the Mars Flush of Love. You have already seen a complete review on this blush as well. Check out the review, but you have like 12 shades here to choose from. I'm holding the shade 09. It's a beautiful blush. This looks a shade deeper only. On the camera it's looking lighter. Now this is a blush which is into powder format. Matte है, बहुत थोड़ा velvety लगता है चेहरे पर और easily blend हो जाता है. काफ़ी सारा product है और हाँ, आपको बहुत सारे shades मिल जाते हैं यहाँ पे. And you are just paying 250 rupees. So yes, you can definitely grab 2 to 3 shades here and add up to your makeup vanity, because I understand sometimes you're wearing a look wherein you feel a peach blush would look good. So I understand, that is why I thought, why not pick out a blush which is affordable on the pocket? You have more shades to choose from. So yes, blush के लिए, powder blush के लिए, you can add this one. Now creme blush में अगर interest है, one comes into this format, wherein you have a pot and you have a blush in here. This is by the brand Just Herbs. Again, बहुत ही creamy है, बहुत ही pigmented है, बहुत अच्छा flash of color देता है और बहुत ही सुंदर लगता है. It stays longer onto the skin and it blends beautifully onto the skin with other powder products as well. Now any cream product, avoid putting it onto a powder product. It will get messy and patchy. But this one, it really works beautiful onto the skin with or without makeup. Something which I have thoroughly enjoyed. I have like 3 shades from this and this is one of my most used blushes as well. So yes, अगर इस format में blush लेना है, you can definitely try. Now there's another format which has come into a market. It's like a creamy, more liquidy and a moussey texture blush. Now this is again available in various brands, but this is another affordable version and it is better than those high-end brands. Is the Swiss Beauty Cremator Blush with Shea Butter. Again, इसमें भी आपको काफ़ी शेड्स मिल जाते हैं चूज़ करने के लिए और ये काफ़ी पिगमेंटेड है, काफ़ी अच्छा है और ईजिली ब्लेंड होता है स्किन पर. इस ब्लश की एक खास बात ये है दैट इट ब्लेंड्स ऑन टू पाउडर प्रोडक्ट्स ऑल्सो वेरी ब्यूटिफुली. And again, this product stays longer onto the skin with or without makeup. So if you are interested into something like this later when you learn a little more makeup, then you can definitely try this one. Next up I have is a highlighter. So I was very confused which highlighter I should recommend to you because I don't have many, but I had to keep few things in mind. The highlighter has to be fine, soft, easy to use, easy to blend, and it should not be super chunky or shimmery, and a highlighter which can be built up as well as you have shades to choose from. So it is by an Indian brand called Verified and this is the shade Citrine. This is their Golden Hour Glow highlighter. I've swatched it for you. This is how the highlighter is. You see how gentle and subtle it is, and you can build this highlighter. So this is not a highlighter which is like super light. You pick up your brush, you keep applying, you will have like a booming highlighter onto your face. So yes, a highlighter wherein you can work out. So yes, a beautiful highlighter you should always have into your vanity. You should just not randomly buy highlighters, and avoid buying chunky or glittery highlighters at the start because it will start enhancing your skin textures. So this highlighter in no way is going to enhance the texture of your skin. It is just going to sit beautifully onto your skin and basically, you know, mingle with other face products of yours. So yes, this is a highlighter which you can add up into your makeup kit. So after doing a complete base of makeup, everyone wants to have a makeup fixing spray. Which one to go for? Now this is something which I have stuck by, and this is the older packaging. Now the packaging has also changed. Is the PAC Micro Finish Makeup Fixer. A beautiful setting spray wherein it locks everything in place. It really makes your makeup sink in together and look complete. So if you are looking for something foolproof, which is not going to budge, which is not going to move anything, and it's just going to give you that nice shine as well, then you can buy this one. So there we finished the face category. Let's move on to the eye makeup. Now I'm not going to touch up on any lipstick in this video because you have makeup or you don't have makeup, but you always have lipstick. So lipstick is something, it's your personal choice. Whatever you like, you buy and wear it. Now let's move on to the eye segment. The first step is eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you products how I use it. Now eye ke liye, there are only two palettes I'm going to suggest you. First you need to understand what kind of eye looks you would start with, or what kind of eye looks you like to wear, and what kind of eye looks you are comfortable with. So you just cannot copy someone and start wearing those eye looks. Sometimes we wear a very different eye look and which is not even complementing our whole attire we are wearing. So always keep few things in mind. So whenever you are planning to do your full face of makeup, try to do your eye makeup first and then go in with your face makeup. Simultaneously, when you become a pro, then you can decide which part you want to do first. Now the eyeshadow palette for today's makeup kit, I thought these are the two best eyeshadow palettes shuru mein you can invest in. First up, there were more best palettes which are discontinued, but I feel these two are still available. First up is the NYX Perfect Filter Eyeshadow Palette. इन्होंने इसकी पैकेजिंग चेंज कर दी, बट ऐसा पैलेट अवेलेबल है NYX में. So ये पैलेट कुछ इस तरीके का दिखता है. Now why this palette I'm suggesting? This is a warm nude palette. इसमें ब्लैक नहीं है, इसमें ब्यूटिफुल शिमर्स हैं. ये शिमर्स हैं एंड यू हैव सम ब्यूटिफुल लाइट मैट्स एंड वार्म मैट्स टू वर्क विद. ये एक स्टेपल पैलेट है किसी भी इंडियन वुमेन का. अगर आप किसी को भी देखोगे, उन्होंने ये शैडोज अपनी आंखों में जरूर पहने होंगे. सो दिस इज द पैलेट विच विल कॉम्प्लीमेंट एनी टाइप ऑफ लुक यू वेयर. टुडे आई एम वेयरिंग दिस blue shirt or this black sweater. You can see I'm wearing something from this palette itself. So this palette is a palette which will complement any look you wear, any dress you wear. It is going to complement the whole look. And for starters, it is a palette wherein you can work with, you can play around with shades, you can create certain looks, and you have a nice practice going on. And simultaneously आपको समझ भी आने लगेगा कि what suits you, what shades you prefer, what shades you don't prefer. So yes, invest in something like this, a warm nude palette. I showed you this is an option. If you find something better than this, equivalent to this, go ahead and buy that palette. But always have a warm nude palette into your makeup kit. And another palette which I feel is another very versatile palette, something which has warm nudes, cooler shades as well as some color going on, is this Makeup Revolution Roxy palette. I really don't know if this palette is available, but very much similar palette is available in Makeup Revolution family. Now Makeup Revolution is one brand wherein you can get expensive to very affordable palettes. So try Makeup Revolution, the quality is up notch. Now again, this palette you see, you have warmer shades going on, you have some cooler shades going on, and then you have some color going on, you have some berries going on, some shimmers, some pigments. So a lot is going on in this one palette, and you have a huge mirror as well. One palette you can carry with yourself anywhere, everywhere, and you can create so many different looks. So again, a palette which can be used in many different ways and एक ही है. So I always say when you are starting your makeup journey, don't buy 10 palettes, buy 1 or 2 palettes and accordingly buy, because these 2 palettes are going to basically help you to decide what is your taste, what do you like, what is best suited for you. So yes, this is another beautiful option which you can grab for yourself. After my eyeshadow, I jump on to my brows. So the brow pencil you can add up for startup is the Mars Micro Precision Brow Pencil. Even after learning so much of makeup, even after knowing so much about makeup, I still love this pencil. This is so well done. It is with the spoolie. You have a pencil right there. Rightly pigmented pencil है. 2 shades आपको मिलेंगे और हाँ, ये दोनों शेड्स इंडियन स्किन को कॉम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. सो ये वाली ब्राउ पेंसिल आप ज़रूर लेना इफ़ यू आर बिल्डिंग योर मेकअप किट. इवन इफ़ यू आर समवन हु ऑलरेडी हैज़ अ लॉट ऑफ मेकअप एंड हैवंट ट्राइड दिस ब्राउ पेंसिल, गेट इट. नाउ इफ़ यू आर अ स्टार्टर, यू वांट टू लर्न हाउ टू डू योर ब्राउ, दिस पेंसिल इज़ राइटली डन. सो इसका स्पूली भी बहुत जेंटल है, ब्राउ प्रोडक्ट भी राइटली पिगमेंटेड है. तो यू डू नॉट पुट एक्स्ट्रा प्रोडक्ट एंड देन यू विल, ओ माई गॉड, व्हाट डिड आई जस्ट डू. It will not happen with that pencil. It will allow you to work with your brows and give you a nice precise brow, just the way I've done it today. So yes, a beautiful brow pencil is a must have. Next up, a beautiful kajal. So kajal is something wherein again I got very confused which one I should recommend you. Now always invest into a kajal which is 1 stroke, black, stays all day. Now this is that one kajal, is by Nykaa I Am Bold. It is a giant pencil, I understand that, but this is like my 3rd kajal and this is something affordable. It will last you longer and it just like applies like magically onto your eyes. So if you are looking for a kajal as well, if you haven't got into kajal zone and you want to try a new kajal, then get this one. This is a beautiful one. I'm assuming आप सबके पास काजल होगा ही, but अगर आपको एक नए काजल में इंटरेस्ट है तो definitely try the Nykaa one. It is super jet black. Next up, another kajal which I will quickly talk about is this one, because that is a sharpenable kajal. This is a retractable kajal by Maybelline, the Tattoo Studio Smoky Kajal in the shade black. Now this is a beautiful kajal. Again, ये रिट्रैक्टेबल फॉर्मेट में आता है, काफ़ी जेट ब्लैक है, बहुत देर तक आंखों पे रहता है. आपको टचअप की ज़रूरत पड़ती है इसके साथ, बट स्टिल आई एब्सोल्युटली लव इट. सो आपको अगर रिट्रैक्टेबल काजल ही चाहिए और आपको कुछ नया ट्राई करना है, then get this one. It is again worth trying. So everyone has a black kajal. Now everyone wants to try the colorful kajals as well. Now please do not go ahead and straight away buy random things in the market, because there are so many brands, so many different formulas. But I feel this is something wherein you can invest in, because इससे आपको disappointment नहीं होगी. Is the Nykaa Glamour Eye kajal. Now this is something which you can use it onto your lids. You can use it even lower lash line. I had used this in my waterline as well and it did not irritate my eye. So this can be used as a shadow as well. So I use it mostly as my shadow. इधर लाइनर लगाया, थोड़ा समझ किया and I'm done. So something like this is definitely needed into your makeup vanity, because it blends seamlessly. It allows you to work with the product, and once it is laid onto your eyes, it is not going to move, it is not going to budge. So it easily stays for longer. And yes, एक makeup kit में एक colorful काजल होना चाहिए, because sometimes you are not wearing a full face of makeup or full eye makeup, but you want to add that oomph to your makeup look. These shades definitely play a very important role, and this is the shade called Jade. This is how the shade is, and it is beautiful. It just looks wow onto the eyes. It really lifts the whole eye look and your whole appearance. So yes, invest into colored kajals, and that too from Nykaa. Quickly moving into this video and finishing up the makeup kit with the 2 more products. Next up we have liquid liners. Now liquid liners में भी 2 categories आ जाती हैं. एक है pen style liners, the other one is a proper liquid liner wherein you have a brush applicator. I have 2 options. First is the K Beauty liquid liner, which has a very fine blush applicator. I have used 2 different shades from this. This is the shade black. Again, बहुत ही प्यारा फॉर्मूला है, बहुत अच्छे से अप्लाई होता है, बहुत ही फाइन ब्रश टिप एप्लीकेटर है और आपको एक प्रिसाइज्ड लाइनर मिलेगा इससे. सो इफ यू आर इनटू दिस काइंड ऑफ लाइनर, गो अहेड एंड बाय की ब्यूटी वन. इट इज नॉट वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, 799 प्राइसिंग है इसकी, बट ये डिस्काउंट में मिल जाएगा आपको. सो यू कैन ट्राई दिस वन. द नेक्स्ट वन विच यू कैन ट्राई इज दिस बाय Swiss Beauty. This is the Swiss Beauty Jet Black Bold Felt Tip Eyeliner. This is something which I have loved the most, and specifically I would say I like felt tip eyeliner more than the brush applicator ones. So you should have both. So this is the felt tip one. बहुत ही precise application इससे होती है. बहुत लोगों के hand बहुत shake करते हैं और आंखें बहुत flicker होती हैं. Felt tip से बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा control मिलता है और easy application हो जाती है. So ये रहे दो eyeliner options wherein you have both. So whatever feels comfortable to you, get that first you practice, then you buy the other one. So yes, that's how I got into brush application. So yes, both the liners are well done and you should have both into your makeup vanity. And here we are to the last step of the makeup routine, the mascara. And the mascara, which will give you volumizing, lengthening as well as curling, is the Maybelline the Hyper Curl Easy Wash Mascara. This is something which I have repurchased I don't know how many times, but this is something which will always be in my makeup vanity, and it will be my holy grail mascara. Now as I said, this mascara is gonna give you everything, and this mascara is gonna give you those glamour eyes. It is non-clumpy, it just stays like the longest, and it is easy wash, and this mascara is affordable. So you can have like 2 of these with you, but this is something which I cannot do without. This is something which I have used year and years, and I hope Maybelline never discontinues this mascara. So अगर आपको एक अच्छा mascara आपके makeup vanity में रखना है without any second thoughts, get this one. So there you have your makeup kit ready to go. All of these products will be listed and linked in my description. All of these products are fully approved and 10 on 10. If you really loved watching today's video, consider giving a thumbs up. It will really mean a lot. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram @bronzinggeek5. I will see you in another one. Till then, you take care and ta-da!